What's going on, everybody? We are the Planetary People. We are a New York City-based funk / whatever we want to play sort of band. And we're here today talking to you about the COVID series of videos that we've been doing. The idea being, well, we're all stuck inside, unable to go out and play gigs. We wanted to continue to be creative with the band and continue to make new music. So
I remember gigs.
Yeah, right. Each one is between a minute and 2 minutes long. So let's jump into this one. This is COVID number 2, spearheaded by Mr. Mark Mcintyre. Mark, what's going on, buddy?
So
where are you at, dude? Are you in a pillow fort that you made for yourself, or what's going on?
Yes.
It looks like he's inside of one of those like 1920s beach changing tents.
It's a professional vocal recording booth that I've
the vocal cabana.
Grandparents.
Oh, the vocal cabana, nice.
Okay, so can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here's how this one started. This was a little clip of what Mike sent that I just picked a little part that stuck out to me as something that was malleable and something that could be stretched out.
That's that top track?
Yes. Synth part.
It's not playing in Logic because Mark's computer is from the 1980s.
Shout out to Prince.
Controversy.
It was pretty simple. I just, really liked how this sounded, and then I just chopped it up and took these, as you can see, these little pieces, because I didn't want to give away the whole groove, right away.
Tasty morsels.
Yeah, these little, and then I just sort of have a general angst going on. So I put on this angsty ass vocal. I like the melody. Well, yeah, I just heard it up an octave, and so that sounded like this.
Don't think of that. Don't think of that.
Which, there's always something that you're not trying to think of. Then we sent it around to the gang, and everyone added some really tasty parts. The whole track was kind of centered around Dr. Bailey over there. This is what Josh sent me.
Well, you wanted this big drop, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
That's some verb.
I love this bass drum pattern. Just one thing that I really love about this part is not just the energy and the precision, but I feel like it's really melodic. So if you check out like the snare part and the bass drum part, they're both sound kind of like speaking, So anyway, that came out fucking great. I, had a hell of a time trying to figure out how to mix drums.
Yeah, scroll down so we can see.
So it looked like this.
This is what I typically send is.
Yeah, walk us through this, Josh.
Basically, if the person who sort of took the song over wants to take a crack at mixing drums, I'll send them raw stems of each instrument or each mic that I used, and then this was Mark's first attempt, I think, at mixing drums.
Yep.
So we kind of went through it a little bit. It's cool, man. You put it in that reverb stratosphere, which I would have never suggested to do, and yet it came out awesome. So sometimes too much knowledge is a bad thing. Super cool, man.
Fortunately for me, little knowledge. What's this? What's this one about?
Oh, crap.
What exactly does that mean?
I bought this super old microphone that, imagine a 1970s grocery store. The guy on the mic is clean up on aisle 7. I bought that super cheap from someone that was throwing out a bunch of gear. Place it right above the kick drum, facing down at my crotch, basically. So it's facing the side of the snare drum, but it's mainly picking up the front, the batter head of the bass drum. So it's all punch. It's nothing but punch for kick and snare. So if you blend it in to honestly, a groove like this is a good example. It's just all thwap, and it's kind of lo-fi because it's a shitty mic. It's distorting by accident in a cool way. I use it for every song I do, but gets used probably less than half the time.
Right when Josh came in this song, Jim also ripped this crazy solo, and we're sort of going back and forth on how to treat it. And so when I first made the track, I made this backwards guitar part, which, let's see if Logic will let me do this. Forgive me, beloved viewers, if this sounds like ass. Sort of crazy backwards part.
It's like that Beatles trick.
Yeah, and Jim added his part, and I took that right out because it sounded like it was taking away from what Jim was doing. But we kept the effect, and it sounded like this.
That was great.
Dude, drop the final. Let's hear how it all came together.
Yeah, let's see if I can figure out how to do that.
Mark, do you have any last words before we go for the week?
Keep it real, people.
Great. We are the Planetary People. We're coming at you every Friday with brand new music and also some other times. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel and do all the things. And we love you.